Was Gucci YouTube? It's your boy Black Gucci, 3 long, very skinny body, and we back still black with some more fire Boruto anime manga content. Don't mind the hair, your boys. Definitely faded. But if you're gonna video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button, share the video with your friends, hit that subscribe button, and let's get to the business. Yes, sir. Boruto officially declaring his current stance in regards to the Karma Seal after everything has been going down. We know up until the point prior to him getting killed off by Kawaki, seeing Boruto activate what some people are dubbing it True Essence Karma Seal Boruto, where he activates the stage 2 Karma Seal form without necessarily the horn, basically saying no horn, no Momoshiki possession takeover, but touching that territory of power where we first seen with Boruto activated during the Boro fight. That form versus Code, all of a sudden it was a whole different ball game, because we seen initially when Boruto activated his Karma Seal, understood already up until this point, he already has a good grasp of it when he was fighting off Code, and then eventually Code came to mouthing off, talking shit. He was kicking Boruto around a little bit, and then boom, Boruto started turning up. The niggas became even, and then most people was probably even saying like Code was probably getting worked by Boruto even before Momoshiki took over the battle, and it became clear cut and dry that this nigga Momoshiki was finna off this nigga Code. People were giving the ups to Boruto because Boruto was really holding his own against a Karma Seal Code who already came from talking shit and bragging about the millennial experience you gain from the Karma Seal in regards to the OTSUTSUKI's counterpart who's making you that vessel. Boruto talking to Amato, he's talking to everybody after the things that went down in chapter 67. He's explaining like, you know, like, I don't really need to be off the pills no more. You feel me? I don't need to be off the pills. Niggas is trying to still prescribe him. Nah, we don't need to be taking those mottos no more. That's what I'm calling them shits, because Boruto's dead in the mottos. He's saying I can control Momoshiki's power basically better now. I talked about earlier in an earlier video about the potential of Boruto being able to use all of Momoshiki's jutsus. That's something that definitely correlates into this stance, but currently, as of where we stand right now, where can we see Boruto being able to basically tap into this Karma Seal power? Meaning that now that the threat of Momoshiki taking over his body, regardless of can he take over his consciousness still or not on a temporary basis, but Momoshiki resurrecting to Boruto's body, now that that threat is out the way, Boruto is more free than ever to use the Karma Seal, and he even feels like he can personally keep Momoshiki's consciousness suppressed enough. So those were the things that Amato's pills gave Boruto the ability to do. So it allowed Boruto to access Momoshiki's powers much better than he was able to before taking Amato's pills, and it allowed Boruto to be able to keep Momoshiki's consciousness suppressed for the time being. Now that everything has happened, Boruto is officially 100% OTSUTSUKI. He's clearly stating that, yeah, I don't need the pills in order to do any of that no more. I can channel Momoshiki's power much better. It's hard to explain. Where does this put Boruto on the pedestal, honestly? In regards to how he's matching up against stage 2, because at this point we got like, first of all, just to get that out the way, this nigga Damon is like, until we figure out what the fuck is going on with Damon and his whole ability, we gotta understand, like, yeah, we not including him. Me personally, I'm not including him in any type of discussions when I'm mentioning the strongest or like powerized, at least for the time being. But like this nigga Kawaki stage 2 with the horn is like that nigga right now, probably the strongest person breathing, and ain't nobody really finna be fucking with him. We already know Code is not fucking with him. Now in regards to what's going down in chapter 69, because we already know Ada's pulled up the potential of a model removing Code limiters, all of that is still for much stuff to discussions as to whether that will come to fruition or not. Time being, Kawaki is that pinnacle. Kawaki is that peak. Momoshiki, we seen what he was able to do against Code, and we seen what Kawaki was both able to do against Code. Now it was in terms of where Momoshiki can completely overpower Code, and Code off rip understood there was a big power difference between those two motherfuckers. Boruto wasn't nowhere near that power level. Momoshiki, Code even stated that there was a difference once Momoshiki awakened, yet we can still see the pressure Boruto was able to place on Code. Now in the same sense, whereas it was Code versus Boruto, not Momoshiki, but Code versus Boruto and Code versus Kawaki, Code kind of had the same approach where it's like, yeah, I'm probably finna fuck this nigga up. You know, in a sense where he was telling Boruto, oh, the true essence of the Karma Seal is that you can do all of this millennial of experience and battle shit that the Otsutsuki who gave you the Karma Seal had. And in Kawaki, since he saw Kawaki, he was like, well, you have a new Karma Seal, you power it up, this doesn't make anything like, you know what I'm saying? He was talking shit to Kawaki basically. Now when niggas started throwing hands, it was a whole different thing. Boruto yanked this nigga the code out the claw. My code was definitely surprised, right? So true essence Boruto is really that nigga, and I feel like honestly we might even see a stronger version of Boruto that we've seen, not necessarily saying he's going to be touching that form that we've seen what Momoshiki's able to do. And I really hope, this is just for my personal preference, I hope they at least give Boruto like the half horn, but I don't want them to take away the horn form from Boruto, because if Kawaki's gonna have his horn, not just because Kawaki have it monkey see monkey do, but like that shit just looks sick on Boruto. It looked raw on my nigga Boruto. At least give him the broken horn, because even that was looking fire whenever Momoshiki came back after the point of Boruto breaking his horn. In true essence Boruto's form, we knew that Boruto was able to unlock the Byakugan. Yes, that is going to be very key into discussions about the correlations with the Jogan versus the Byakugan. But yes, one Boruto was able to unlock the Byakugan. The karma pattern on his face is different. It resembles to when Momoshiki is conscious and the horn is actually sprouted up. So now I'm feeling from this point forward, whenever we get an opportunity to see true essence Boruto, two things I'm definitely going to be looking forward to is, yes, the karma pattern is going to be changed from where it normally just stops right under his eye, where it just spreads and goes across and over his eye. I'm going to be looking for that, but also will it go all the way up to the point of forming a horn, or will it just be no more horn? It's going to be hornless Boruto for whatever type of form he activates throughout the Karma Seal. But now too, it's just what type of eye will he be able to activate once he goes into this true essence Karma Seal form? Will this be somehow of a way to tap into his true Otsutsuki genetic genes that we know Momoshiki saw prior to giving Boruto the Karma Seal, saying that he deeply inherited genes of Otsutsuki scan, obviously referring to his Jogan eye that we've seen Boruto open and awaken countless times in the anime. Now, going now to Boruto's current predicament, we know true essence Boruto is able to unlock the Byakugan. There wasn't anything special about that moment, because during that whole fight with Code, we necessarily didn't even see him use any particular movements or any jutsus or show any use whatsoever than the Byakugan, matter the fact that just to show like, oh, his right eye turned into a Byakugan. Now that we know Momoshiki, at least for now, the time being, is going to be gone, when Boruto enters this form, we're going to have to take into account as to when his eye is changing. I don't think they'll go so far as just taking away his eye until they feel comfortable enough to introducing the Jogan into the story. They can either, you know, just keep it at Byakugan until they feel like introducing the Jogan, or the next time we see Boruto go into this true essence form, we might see a whole different thing where it's like, okay, now this whole 100% Otsutsuki body reaction to his new Karma Seal is reacting, automatically acting as a trigger for waking up his Jogan in his right eye. But all of those things can be taken into account. At the end of the day, we still have to understand this nigga Boruto claims himself he has a better understanding of Momoshiki's power. I just don't want this saying to go down as something so useless as like, okay, we seen the true essence Boruto already. He's just able to do that and maintain that power at a much longer state, because the last time we seen it, it was a heart attack. Now, we don't know if that heart attack was caused from Momoshiki taking over, or was it as an effect of Amato's pills. So now that both of those situations are out of the clear, next time we see Boruto activate that mode, we'll have a better understanding of how far Boruto is actually able to go, and is he going to be able to tap into, like I said, is he going to be able to be aware of the Byakugan and its abilities? Are they going to go that route of giving Boruto the Byakugan and the Jogan, or are they going to go ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, shake things up and show us like a different raw sick ass introduction for Boruto's Jogan, which I know is something that they're definitely going to have to be planning for, but also it's like going to be excited for it regardless of the route that they take, because this whole new power version of Boruto is going to be lit, is going to be turned up, and the chapters are only heated up as things get gritty in chapter 69 and above. Like Boruto, Kawaki, and then once Kawaki wakes up, that's just going to be a whole nother different discussion on its own. But definitely, man, Boruto channeling his Otsutsuki's powers. Yes, I'm all here for it. It's your boy Black and Chi. To my next discussion, to my next video. Holla at your Black Chi out. Yes, sir. Ski.
Can we take a trip to the sky? Show them that our limit's too high. Cocoa butter hips on the west side. She said